Hello traders, today I'm going to show you a plotting method that might make a huge difference in your trading success. Now, the HA or Heikin Ashi as it's called, plotting method helps take out some of the noise and it smooths everything out. It uses the prior day's range and close in calculating what the bars actually look like. This is a chart of FCX and you can see how it had a really nice compression in here, big breakout. Pretty choppy along the way. This is what that same chart would look like if we use the HA plotting method. In Option Stalker, it is the very last bar here. Now you can see a completely different picture. If you were long SCX, it'd be easy for you to stay long with all these green bars stacking one on top of the other. Now, the one thing about HA, I'm going to use that throughout the course of the presentation. So when I say HA, it means Heikin Ashi plotting method. So when we look at HA charts, we're able to stick with the position, but there is a particular pattern that we're very, very interested in, and we're searching for it through our custom search engine. We like flat bottom green candles. Flat bottom green candle, flat bottom green candle. This indicates that a nice, strong, bullish trend is underway. This is a doji where the close is very close to the open. This can signal continuation or it can signal a reversal. The other thing that we want to watch for is red candles that have a flat top. When we have a flat top and a red candle, especially when we have two of them together, that is also a sign that the downtrend is very strong. So either way, we can search for bullish or bearish trades. I did a video a couple of weeks ago and I added some really nice search videos that tell you how to use this tool, but after working with it for a couple of weeks, I've had a change of heart and I'm going to tell you why I've changed the search variables and why I think the current method will be even better than the old method. So there are two different types of trading patterns that you can get behind. One of them is to trade continuations. The move has been established and now you're seeing follow through and you want to join that move. That is a continuation. And you can see the search variables that I had previously, HA continuation, I-I, and HA continuation 2. So I've changed these two and I'll show you the new versions in a little bit, but I'm going to tell you what this search pattern was looking for. In this particular case, we were looking for a flat bottom green candle, a doji, followed by another flat bottom green candle. That would be a continuation. The issue with this is that a lot of continuations, they will have these dojis that don't perfectly conform, and instead of having one between two flat bottom green candles, you could have maybe two or three. Now that does not disqualify this from being a nice continuation trade, but it would keep it out of our searches. And we want to make sure that we're always not overly restrictive. We want to let as many results in as possible so that we can combine this pattern with other search variables. That's where it really gains its power. So the same thing would be true for an HA continuation I-I. There would be your I, there's your second I, and there's your dash. So you got flat red, doji, flat red. That would signal that it's going to continue to go lower. And again, same thing here. You don't really know how many of these dojis you're going to get between the bars. So instead, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking for just an HA2, only two bars. So only two flat bottom bars will get it to qualify for the HA2 search. And I'm going to show you what it looks like right now. So these are the new search variables. The HA reversal, I-I, still very valid, still good. I kept that. HA reversal, I, also very good. But here we have HA2. So what we're going to be looking for here is just two flat top red candles consecutively, or two flat bottom green candles consecutively. And you would determine what time frame you're looking for those on a 5-minute, 15-minute, or even a daily basis. And then you would search for those two candles. Now, those could come up, the HA2 could come up in a reversal, or it could come up in a continuation pattern. So if you saw the HA2s right here, you would see, okay, I've got two of these together. That could be the start of nice follow through since that trend has already been established. It could also come at the very bottom. Let's say that you've got a couple of HA flat top red candles right here. Looks like the trend is going to continue. But then here you go, two flat bottom green candles, signifying in this case that it is actually a reversal, and we're only looking for two. We're not looking for four. We're not looking for five. We're only looking for two. This will help us get in very early on these reversals. So I didn't label the new search HA continuation 2 or HA reversal 2. It could be either one. All we know is that if it's a continuation move, we've got two flat bottom green candles together. We probably had a pause and a doji in there, but these are the first two consecutive that we've seen. This could be the continuation that we're looking for. Or as I just pointed out, it could be two flat bottom green candles that are coming off of a reversal. In either case, both are valid, both are extremely significant. And then we can start combining this HA2 with all sorts of other search variables, heavy volume, relative strength, compression out. All of these can be combined with this pattern, and we're going to pick up some really great stocks. Now, also you'll notice here, HA continuation, II plus. Now, in this case, we're just looking for absolute strength. It has more than two consecutive flat bottom green bars in a row. And I'm speaking generally from the bullish standpoint. Yes, there's a counterpart for everything. You can see in the custom search table, everything that I mentioned on the bullish side will work on the bearish side as well. So that's the main distinction that we have. And so in this case, you would be seeing a stock like this on bearish for a HA continuation 2 plus, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you know you've got a super strong trend in place. That's what this search is going to help you find. Here's another example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 already in a row. Well, this is going to come up on the search. And when you see a pattern like this, you know very strong momentum. You might want to join it right away if you've got a great strong market tailwind to the upside, or you may want to wait for that pause and then try and pick it up in the HA2 search when it continues that trend. So it's really up to the individual trader. And I'm going to put up another chart here, and these are the HA reversals, and I will cover those briefly. So these two searches are going to remain the same, and they are very valid. So in this particular case, we have HA2 reversal I-I. What does that I-I stand for anyway? Well, this is a way for me to signal that you've got a long candle, and then you've got a doji, and then you've got another long candle. That's why it's I-I. So hopefully when you look at this, you'll be able to kind of associate that with the pattern. So you got a flat top red, doji, flat bottom green. That is a reversal. Now you can see how it's taking off the other way. And this would be an especially effective pattern to look for if you had a nice long-term trend higher. So let's say that the stock had been on HA continuation 2 plus, meaning that you've got many of these green bars stacked one on top of the other with the flat bottoms. Then you know that trend is super strong. As a trader, you're just waiting for a pullback. Give me any kind of pullback and I'll be in on this one. So now you run your search and you use the HA reversal I-I bullish, and you get this pattern. You're in right here, and now you get to join that strength back in here on that nice little dip. That's how you would use these Heikin Ashi reversals. Again, if you're looking for reversals, you really want to make sure that the stock already has a nice trend longer term that you can get behind. You're simply looking to join that on a dip. And so you'll have the same type of situation here on a HA reversal I-I. Here you've got a stock that's got a flat green bottom, doji, flat red top. Let's say that the stock had been coming down. It has a little bounce in here. You're looking to get short, and now you've got this reversal pattern showing up on your searches. You're able to get into that right in here, and now you've got the rest of the move taking place. I haven't talked too much about the HA reversal II. Now here we're looking for a flat top red, flat top red, flat bottom green, flat bottom green. And this flat bottom green candle is closing higher than the open of that first flat top red. This is a sign of a nice, strong, bullish reversal. So that's what this search looks for. You can see that same counterpart on the bearish side. You've got a flat bottom green, flat bottom green, flat top red, and it's below, closing below that open for the flat bottom green. The first flat bottom green has been eclipsed by the last flat top red. So hopefully this makes sense. These are the searches that we're looking for, and we're going to go in and take a look at some of the search results. So let me get these out of the way. We've got two patterns. We have reversals that we're looking for. Again, the important thing about trading reversals is not that you're trying to pick bottoms on a stock that's been in a free fall and you're looking for that reversal off of that deep, deep trough. Don't catch falling knives. It's not a good trading strategy. What you want is you want a stock that's already established a nice, strong, longer term uptrend that has dipped. And that dip is what you're looking to purchase. That dip is the reversal that you're looking to get in on so that you can join that longer term trend. That is how you trade reversals. So that's a reversal, continuation. You're just looking for momentum and you're trying to join that move. Once you see a couple of these flat bottoms in a row, you know it's going to be a strong move. Once you get three, all right, I'm in. And then you can start to ride it higher, wait for the pause, take your profits. So those are the formations. Now let's bring in the actual search table, and we'll be able to run a search, and we'll be able to take a look at the results. And you can see I combined some variables. I'm looking for HA continuation II plus. So this means that we're going to have more than two flat bottom green candles on a daily basis. Okay, that's pretty good. Excellent option liquidity, value of 0 to 15. We also are looking for heavy volume. Hey, show me some stocks that have heavy volume on a 30-minute basis. This means that this 30-minute basis, that stock has traded more than its average volume during this exact 30-minute slice. You see, because I collect tick data, Option Stalker has tick data, it knows what the 20-day average volume is for this last 30-minute segment over a 20-day period. So we know if there's a stock that is eclipsing that average volume. Very, very powerful search. So if I click scan, these are the results that I'm going to get. So I'm going to click through these and let's take a look at how this might work for us. By the way, I should mention that I recently added another search variable to the lower part of the table. It's heavy volume yesterday. Heavy volume today would measure a stock that is currently, given the amount of time that's eclipsed today, the stock is trading above its 20-day average volume that it would have had at this point in time throughout the course of the day. Volume, very, very important in terms of momentum and being able to find high probability trades. Well, what does heavy volume yesterday mean? That means that after the close yesterday, we took a look at what the total volume for the day was, and it was heavier than the 20-day average. So if you combine both of these, you know the stocks had great volume yesterday, it's got great volume today. Start adding some of these other variables. This is how we zero in on the best stocks. So let's take a look at what we've got on the list here. Going to move this over so it's easier for us to flip through these. Going to click on CVE, and there you can see. Remember, we're using that HA continuation 2 plus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see on a daily basis, we've already got 5 of these really, really strong candles. So now we can go in and take a look at the 5-minute chart, and there you can see some really nice reversals that's set up here. And you've got 1, 2 right in a row here. Do you see this reversal right here? If I used the other formula for the reversal, I would not have caught this because that was not a doji and that was not a flat top red candle. That was almost a flat top red candle, but not quite. So we would have missed this entry. So when you're taking a look at a stock like CVE, and you see it strong out of the gate, and you're thinking, gosh, this is a beautiful run right out of the gate. I can't buy it here. I got to wait for a pullback. So you do the right thing. You're a patient trader. You wait for that pullback. Now all of a sudden you're seeing some flat top red candles in here. Okay, now we get into the point to where you've got a couple of red bars here that are getting reversed. This is where you'd want to get back on that because you're looking at that longer term chart thinking, boy, oh boy, I can't wait to buy this one. I'm just waiting for a good entry point. Well, with that mindset, there's your good entry point right there. And you can see how it's continuing to move higher, and it got through its high of the day. Let's go to the next one, DISCA, and take a look at that daily chart. There's not a whole lot going on right here on a daily basis, okay? But you can see this really nice breakout here through horizontal resistance. Really nice breakout through horizontal resistance. Lots of green candles stacking up. But hasn't given you really anything to work off of because the stock is currently in a compression, and we can see that by the yellow dots from the 10 squeeze indicator that we have. Green dot means it's out of the compression. Red dot means it's out of the compression. Actually, it's out of the compression when it goes from yellow to gray as well. And you can see we can measure compression in and compression out. That's another one of our search variables that we use. I feel is very effective with HA or ADX or a number of other variables that we use, heavy volume, relative strength. These compression in, compression out searches are fantastic. So right now we've got DISCA, very, very nice on a daily chart, but we're still waiting for those candles to come up. Going to go to the next one here, DXC. I just want to show you the quality of the stocks that you're going to be able to find using this search. Nice breakout right there. Got these nice flat bottom green candles right in here. I'm just going to click through, take a look at FCX. Actually, we already looked at that. Beautiful breakout right in there. FSM, FXI. FXI is actually an ETF for Chinese stocks, and you can see this nice steady downtrend that's been violated on the upside. We've got a downtrend line that's broken out to the upside. Flat bottom, green candles. This will tell you the Chinese stocks are actually pretty hot right now. And there you've got GLD. Nice compression in here. Compression breakout. We've got 3 flat bottom green candles. Got a long-term downward sloping trend line. Excuse me. You know that I like gold from my video that I recorded on Sunday. Had a huge move higher yesterday. So that's how we're going to be using these searches. And TSM is the last one on the list, so I'll click on that. And then we'll take a look at a couple of other searches. The intent of this video is not to show you a bunch of great trades as you would find in most of my videos. I'm really trying to show you how to use these search variables and the types of things that you'd want to watch for. TSM, beautiful breakout here from a compression, got green dots, compression out, flat bottom, green candles. So we can also go in and let's do that. Let's do on a compression basis. We've got compression out, bullish. That means it was in a compression and now it's not in a compression. That means that that compression has been resolved to the upside. Hey, looky there. Got a lot of the same results because they've all been breaking out to the upside. You can also run these same searches. So let's say that I really liked GLD. Well, then I can come in and see if it's coming up on some of my other searches. So let's use HA2, and we can do that on a 5-minute basis. We'll just see what search results come up here. We'll keep the heavy volume on a 15-minute basis. That's good. And let's see what we've got on a compression out 5-minute basis. So again, we've got good option liquidity. We've got HA2, so we know we've got two flat bottom green candles. We know we've got heavy volume on a 30-minute basis, and we know that it was in a compression. It's out of the compression. Let's see what we've got. All right, so let's see what we got here. Let's go into a 5-minute chart. Actually, I always like to start with a daily chart. If I don't have anything on a daily chart, this is nothing to me, okay? This tells me that the stock is just flat with all these dojis here, so you keep looking. You want momentum. We want to see the stock moving higher. You can see nothing going here. JetBlue. Yesterday we had a big market sell-off, so you're not going to see a lot of flat bottom consecutive green candles because we had a 100-point reversal in the S&P 500 yesterday. So let's take a look at that real quick too, and then you'll be able to see what I mean. So yesterday, the first trading day of the year, we opened at a new all-time high and we sold off about 100 S&P 500 points. That's going to leave a lot of flat top red candles. So to get two on a daily chart together, it's going to be pretty tough just given the market conditions because we had a lot of stocks selling off yesterday. But regardless, we'll go back in and see if we can find something that does shape up well for us. And I haven't even mentioned the best feature yet that's going to be available on Option Stalker Pro. I'm going to save that news for the next video. But imagine if you could have a list of stocks that you were really looking to buy and you wanted to know when that stock had two flat bottoms, compression out, heavy volume, any number of criteria. You can mark all of those. Think about how nice it would be if you were alerted when all of those conditions lined up for a handful of stocks that you're watching very closely. That's going to be a fantastic feature for Option Stalker Pro members. But right now, let's go in and see if we can whittle this down a little bit. We don't have many search results here, so let's take that heavy volume off and let's look for a stock that's got two on a daily basis. And we're not getting any search results there, so we've used too restrictive of criteria. So instead of using daily, which we know yesterday was pretty hard, we'll use a 30-minute and see if we've got anything coming up there. We don't. Again, perhaps too restrictive. If I use stock greater than prior day's high, we've got a few more results that are coming in, and we could take a look at these. Again, we're just looking to find stocks that might have momentum right now on a 5-minute basis. Just looking for a decent day trade. This is not bad. NVAX, you've got this nice breakout here. Stock is continuing to push higher. Uber, nice breakout there. So those actually look good. I've got a regular chart up, so you're probably wondering, I don't see any flat bottoms in here. Well, let's shift to the HA plot, and there you can see there are our two flat bottoms. And we'll go back into NVAX. You can see it there. So decent looking charts. See how easy it was to find these? And then you can start adding your other criteria as well. Compression out, heavy volume. Maybe you just want to look for heavy volume right now, even on a daily basis. So heavy volume today. more candidates. So you just have to toy around with the variables until you find a stock that you really can sink your teeth into. And this is pretty nice. You can see this big rally on BBBY. Look at that strength right in there, and now it's right back on it. So my previous search, this would have come up in HA reversal I-I. Flat top red, doji, flat bottom green. So you would have been in right in here. And that's a really nice breakout right there. GLD, that's starting to get going here. Nice little breakout to a new high for the day. It's got a nice head of steam. ICPT, it's starting to really compress up at the top there, so I'm not too crazy about that. And this is trying to break out, but lots of dojis in here, not a lot of strength. You're really looking for this. String them together. As many as you can get together, the more, the better. And so we'll go into one final search. We're going to look for lots of these flat bottom green candles with good option liquidity and heavy volume today. Very simple search to run. And we've got all sorts of stocks coming up in the search. I'm just going to have you keep an eye on the right side of the screen here as I flip through them. BHP compressing. That's got really nice momentum there. BP, CHL, not going to be delisted. I believe that's China Mobile, correct? Big news on it. Starting to move a little bit higher. FXI we looked at. GS. You can see, nice head of steam. Almost a cup and handle here. Breaking out to a new high. JD, I'd mentioned earlier. Look at that. I'm going to end right there. Look at that chart. Let's go into a daily chart. And there you can see, got a downward sloping trend line right here, broken out here, got a little bit of a compression, and now you got follow through with the stock challenging the all-time high here. We'll take a look at a regular candlestick. There on a regular candlestick chart, you can see long green candle closing on its high, breaking out to a new all-time high on heavy volume. Compression out. Really nice stuff. HA continuations, Heikin Ashi continuations. There we're just trying to join an already strong formation. And then you also have the HA reversals as well. That's it for this video. These changes I think are going to make a big difference in how we search for these patterns. The way that I had it set up before, when we were looking for these pauses within a continuation, it was too restrictive. All we really care about is show me two flat bottom green candles or show me two flat bottom red candles. Let me decide if I believe that it's a reversal or a continuation. We really don't care because we can filter that out using some of the other search variables in custom search in Option Stalker. And once you have a search that you really like, the beauty of it is you can save it. And then these searches are going to appear in my searches. And so you click save, you name it, you say if it's bullish or bearish, write a description so you can remember what it is. Once you save it, you click on my searches, and I have to close this, and you click on my searches, and you'll see it listed below here, and then you'll be able to go in, take a look at what it is. I've got one called Lotto. If I clicked on that, and then I clicked on this little edit button, the custom search would pop back up and I'd know exactly which fields I have marked for that Lotto search. And if I wanted to modify it, I could resave it and it'll go right back to Lotto. So that's how the custom search engine works. Then you can have all sorts of searches for specific patterns that you're looking for saved. You can run your searches very, very easily, view the search results, and then just click through these one by one and view the charts. That's it. I hope this has helped you learn how to use Option Stalker. If you're not an Option Stalker member, please come in, take the 2-week free trial. Good luck with your trading. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers, and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.